What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Banging 2 times for me, and today, man, we back another video, man. Today, we doing a reaction to Judge Joe Brown, you feel me? And apparently, there's a pimp in court. You know how we get down with Judge Joe Brown. You know we finna learn something. You know it's finna be educational. And it's finna be funny as hell, too. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna see some roast, too, because I know Judge Joe Brown do be having the roast. You know how Unc be. You know how Unc be. But anyways, y'all, the original video be down below in the description. You wanna watch on your own time. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. New to the channel. Let's get straight to it, y'all. You know how we get down with Judge Joe Brown.
Ms. Love, you're suing your father, Mr. Love.
Her father?
Now, you say you hadn't really had much contact with him until you got 16 when you wound up living with your grandmother.
Correct.
Right? You said what happened is your father, representing his witness, came to you. You expressed interest. He requested a $200 deposit.
I offered $200 to
Deposit.
hold the car.
She bad as hell, man.
To hold
To hold the car, for them to hold the car for me.
To hold the car, that's a
Correct.
deposit then. Later, when you were given the opportunity to inspect the vehicle, you found it was in such poor shape you declined to accept it. Your father, you allege, would not return your $200.
Correct.
Now, the defense is that
my nigga, you a dad, bro.
Supposed to be non-refundable. So you don't think that you are required to give your daughter anything back?
Yes, that's correct, sir. Because I was getting paid for services from Mr. Jackson.
Service.
So I'm dealing with him concerning selling the car.
Okay.
And she know everything about the car because on August the 30th.
Well, it's not quite. I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from, both of you, in terms of what we are contesting here. So, you first, young lady.
Okay. I'm here because throughout my life, I've been helping my dad. He even stayed with me without paying any bills or rent.
I believe there was one extended period you say you let him crash on your couch for 6 months rent-free.
Yes, I did. Also, if he ever needed gas or any beers or anything like that, I helped him as well.
All right, now you said you got in trouble with your landlord who was going to throw you out because he wasn't on the lease as an authorized adult occupant.
Correct. And by this being my father, and he said he was selling the car, the price was right, so I had...
So 94 Pontiac Sunbird.
Correct. I had offered him $200 to hold the car for me, until I could also afford the car and test drive the car. I gave him the $200 deposit. He wrote out a receipt up there, as you see, and I was going to give him back $300 if I wanted the car. So when I finally test drove the car, mind you, I was 8 months pregnant at the time. This car was really out of shape where I was scared to even I would even want my kids inside this car. The brakes wasn't working. The car stopped and dropped in the back.
Why his face like that, man?
For the car to not be overheated inside of a car.
Well, I take it this was to be a test drive. You've never even seen the vehicle. No,
I seen it because my dad used to drive the car.
That car?
Yes.
But you hadn't had opportunity to
physically
test drive
drove the car? No.
So when you test drove it, you just said no.
No.
You declined to go forward with the transaction. All right. Why are you interrupting over here? Give the young lady an opportunity to complete her presentation, if you'd please, gentlemen.
So when I physically drove the car, I didn't want my newborn or my two other kids to be in this car.
You're 27 and your oldest is 8. Girl, 5-year-old girl, and the 1-month-old.
Correct.
Now, they
got 3 kids.
That your boyfriend or something was there and that it was his fault or that you not take the car. Is there anything to that?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I just have my kid's father that stay with me. But that has nothing. He has nothing to do with me giving my father $200 and...
Hey, yo, Pimp, bruh. Let the women speak, bro. You in the court right now. You cannot let women speak outside the court, boy. You in the court, bro. You better, you know what I'm saying? You better let that woman speak, huh? I ain't gonna lie.
Return my money because I do not want the car.
All right. Now,
shut up,
Mr.
Pimp.
Love, what's your defense?
My defense, sir, on August the 30th, I had the car around the corner from where she was at, from her mother's house, and I thought about her that she needed a car. So I called her up. I said, would you like to come check this car out? But I'm going to let you know everything was wrong with the car, and you could test drive it. I gave her keys.
That's your witness. He was the one that was actually selling the car.
Yes.
Okay. So you tell your daughter you got something you think she'd be interested in. You show it to her. There's $200 given to you as a deposit, right?
Correct.
Now, within the week, she test drives this thing. She says...
she test drove before, sir.
Before?
And I gave her time. So you think about it, and I will help you out. You say, well, Daddy, will you help me out get this car now? See, I have a mechanic. Well, only parts that you need to be done with.
All right, so let's assume she did that. Now, why are we here today, then?
She's here about collecting $100 from me, from which Mr. Jackson
Yes, you
gave
got $100 that you kept out of the $200. You
Correct.
admit you got that for your fee from your daughter. And then when the car was sold again to another party for $500, you got another $100 fee.
No,
No, he did not.
No, I did not.
No, he did not. He did not get paid.
Excuse me, if you're going to talk, stand up, come up to, let's see.
Yeah, Pimp, stand up, Pimp.
Reverend Lee Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Reverend. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
I know him at Chicago, not a reverend.
He ain't no
He
goddamn.
says he's Reverend Lee Jackson.
My dad
Ain't no goddamn reverend come with a whole red suit like that, man. This boy a pimp, boy. This boy be pimping. I ain't even finna say too much, man. I ain't trying to get demonetized, but this boy be pimping for about, you know what I'm saying, for about 50 bones. He be getting them brackets off the street, you know what I'm talking about? Pimping them. He ain't no pimp, man. He ain't no reverend, bro. This is just a broke pimp, bro. Get out of here, bro.
He did not get paid.
Excuse me, if you're going to talk, stand up, come up to,
He ain't
let's
no
see.
goddamn reverend.
Reverend
Red shirt,
Lee
all red
Jackson.
bottom
Yes,
with
sir.
slick back hair.
I know him at Chicago, not a reverend.
He says he's Reverend Lee Jackson.
My dad introduced me to him at Chicago, never as a reverend.
Well, all
lot of
right.
people- a lot
That's
of
all
people
right.
call
Maybe he
me-
got called.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of people call me Chicago because I'm from Chicago. My idea, I
Reverend
can show
ass
you,
outta
say
here.
Reverend Lee
Yeah.
Jackson, is because some people I have to act thuggish, so I go thuggish. Or when you want to talk about God,
This is a
I
reverend.
talk about God. So I'm not going to say I'm a perfect person because I'm not Jesus. Jesus is the only man that walked this earth, and he's the perfect one. I'm
That's
not.
not the place to preach right
Well,
now.
the thing is, I understand that. Well, she's saying because she know me at Chicago, her boyfriend, she's a beautiful person. She's a sweet person. I don't have nothing against her. Her
Now,
boyfriend,
hold your point. I wasn't even talking to you. I was about to ask the person you hear as a witness for, Mr. Love, about this. And his sworn answer,
he only
Mr.
got paid once.
Look, excuse me. You have a law license?
I've been there too many times.
You have a law license?
Yeah, with God.
Do you have a divinity degree from any place?
Yes,
Where?
from God.
We'll be right back with Judge Joe Brown.
Even if you were entitled to a commission, you should have waived it, fool. What's the matter with you?
Sir, she agreed to take the car.
If you were entitled to anything legally, it
So
was
pretty,
only
though.
for the purpose
I
of
ain't gonna
seeing
cap.
that you had no loss. You suffered no loss because you got the full $500 value that you were asking for this vehicle, and also you got an additional $200 out of it between the two of you.
This was after the deadline,
The only
sir.
reason she got $60 from me was because her boyfriend kept calling, threatening me over the phone and all that, and I didn't want to go through it, so I told her to come. She came up to my job, and I gave her $60. Other than that, they wouldn't
You're
have
a
got a
taxi
dime back.
driver.
It's a car service. It's not a taxi
Car
service.
service.
I own a limousine service.
You
I
are
thought they had a
you a
taxi
licensed
service.
chauffeur?
Yes, I am. I have my TCP number and everything, and I
Good
have it
for
with me.
you.
He talk like a pimp,
Yes.
talking about he a reverend.
You two are quite a pair.
We quite a pair. Wow.
The idea that you would actually take a commission on selling a piece of junk to your daughter who's desperate is obscene.
Your Honor, he's so ashamed that he owed me $100 and he did me wrong. He don't even call my phone, talk to me. I just had a brand new
Let's
baby.
look.
He haven't even seen his
Dear,
new
let me
granddaughter.
give you this. It ain't your fault that he's your father. But I'd suggest you not have too much to do with him because he's a parasite and he thrives on sympathy. So does Jack Leg Preacher, the Reverend over here, who got called. He's dangerous. That's what's messing up our communities.
Damn right.
That's something I don't do.
Oh,
I
you
own
do?
4 or 5 transitional houses that I house homeless people.
And how
house
much do
them for
you
free.
filch out of
Okay?
them? This is one of the lowest things I've seen in a while.
Yeah, how is it low? Because I take care of homeless people. You show me
No,
how wrong
because
that.
you,
I gave the woman $60.
and
came to my
wait
job.
a minute, wait, and you, sir, you're novel. Look at you. You got enough young women that need some correction about doing the right thing. Let's see. You had 14 children,
And raised them all.
5 of them died.
What?
You're 48, the oldest is 33. That means you started off at 14
I got
or
married at
15.
14 years
You
old.
can't get married at 14
Well, I
anywhere in the
did.
United States of America.
We did. You better go
You're
down
a liar
south.
or you're
You better
deceived.
go down
You
south, 'cause
suffering
that's
from,
where it's
I've
at.
been there.
Well,
I've
you
been
know,
from down south.
down there.
The
Okay,
parents sign,
preacher,
you get
we now
married.
know you are suffering from delusions.
Apparently, you don't know your law because down south, long as the
You don't
parents
know
grab-
your Jesus either.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Because you got a punk play going on right here.
Sucker.
You what
Man.
you call
Pimp
a
better get your
pimp in the
gas
name
on,
of
Pimp. I
a
don't mess
real
with no
pimp.
Pimp.
A real.
Got on your red. Had 14 children,
And raised them all.
5 of them died.
Yeah.
You're 48, the oldest is 33. That means you started off at 14
I got
or
married at
15.
14 years
you
old.
can't get married at 14
Well, I
anywhere in the
did.
United States of America.
We did. You better go
You're
down
a
south.
liar or you're deceived.
better go down
you
south, 'cause
suffering
that's
from,
where it's
I've
at.
been there.
Well,
I
you know,
was
as long
practicing
as
down
parents-
there.
the
Okay,
parents sign,
preacher,
you get
we now
married.
know you are suffering from delusions.
Apparently, you don't know your law because down south, long as the
You
parents
don't know
grab-
your
Oh,
Jesus either.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Because you got a punk play going on right here. You're what you call a pimp in the name of.
A real pimp. A real.
Got on your red, pink, pinstripe pimp suit.
You must know. You need to put your glasses
Your
on. 'Cause ain't
red
no pink
preacher
on me.
pimp. Oh, I just need them
No,
to
you
see
need to put
close.
your
I can
glasses
see
on.
you well.
There ain't no pink
your
on this.
red shoes,
Yeah.
and you look just like the devil that you are.
It might be.
All up in red.
Man, your book. That's in your book.
Pimp.
You know what? I can't even stand a
Pimp.
pimp, so you got
Pimp,
that
I know
twisted.
you can't.
You must know I'm a pimp.
And
'cause I
by the
must
way,
have your
that was
daughter on the
fraud.
corner.
That was fraud for
Yeah,
withholding it.
whatever.
I think it is not only fraudulent, it's tortious, fraudulent withholding of your deposit. After you rightfully to turn down this piece of trash, you get your full, not $200 back. That's only small. I'm going to give you $3,500 in punitive damages.
That's good.
3,500 punitive, 200 actual, and your cost.
Man, you sucker ass pimp, man. You think you slick, man. You ain't no pimp named Slickback, man. Mark, God, dirty ass, cheap ass pimp, man. Man, that's the problem with y'all old people, man. Y'all messing up the young generation, man. And y'all gonna start crying about the next generation, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, boys. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my God. Judge Joe Brown put him in this place, bro. Man, this pimp need to get something wrong, bro. Fake reverend, fake. Stop, you know what I'm saying? Black people, stop going to the church. When you do bad things, stop going to the church and hiding your bad things in the church, man. Stop taking benefit. Stop taking advantage of good people, man. Good people and God-fearing people. Stop doing that type of stuff, man. That stuff ain't cool, man. You know what I'm talking about, bro. I'm speaking right now from the soul. I'm not gonna lie to you because that kind of gets me angry when people, fraudulent people, crazy people be going to the church to wash away, you know what I'm saying, what they did that's bad, and then they try to, you know what I'm saying, not wash away their sins, but I'm talking about like they trying to avoid what they did that's bad, and then they trying to use people who need the church, you know what I'm saying, for their own benefit, for their own cash flow. That ain't right, bro. We supposed to go to church for what's in your heart, bro. Don't be a liar. Don't be deceiving, man. Anyways, that was a little too deep, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. You feel me? If you made this far, I appreciate it, man. Share the video, too. Share the video, man. Share the video, bro. Share the goddamn video to your friends, your family, bro. Let's get it. Man, we on the way to 100K, man. Let's get it popping, y'all. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping. I'm too excited right now. I ain't gonna cap. Judge Joe Brown roasted the soul out that man, bro. Anyways, you made this far. I appreciate it, man. Much love to y'all, bro. It's your boy banging 2 times for me, and I'm out this bit, man. You ain't no pimp. The only pimp I recognize is the pimp named Slickback. And Sugar Free. You buster Sugar Free wannabe.